Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode with Beanbox on Just Cause 4, who managed to call in a boat at a place, well, a big old boat probably shouldn't be in the game, rectifies it by turning the boat into a rocket. That's got a hell of a long way. I've seen weird, you can get some weird things when you call in vehicles in places they shouldn't be on this game. And it turns out if you spawn in or call in the big old kind of cargo ship, I guess, transport ship, whatever it is, in the middle of a mountain base, the game might just decide that has gone so far. That has gone ridiculously far. It's the other side of the mountains somewhere. It could still be falling to this day for all we know. Certainly the player is never, ever going to catch up to it. CliffeRichards is up next on Cyberpunk. Now, keep an eye out on the right-hand side of the screen. You see, the FailRace Police Department are up to something. They've parked their car, and the car just doesn't feel right on its wheels. No, instead what it needs to be is on its roof. And there we go. That's much better. That's of all the possible weirdness on Cyberpunk, that's probably not what you were expecting from this clip. However, the FailRace Police Department, they've always got to make their presence known in whatever game it might be. Seabad Cruiser is up next. Now, they are attempting to take a shortcut on this course, however, not quite attempting it, or not aiming to do it in this manner. First bouncing off a tree, going for many, many spins, somehow gets away with it and lands back at the right point. They then go for the final part of the shortcut, manage to land and do a front flip, and I mean, they cross the finish line. It's definitely a spectacular, not quite how it's supposed to go down, but well worked nevertheless. Pills Waste up next on Wreckfest is racing as well, all sorts of vehicles racing up against a truck. I mean, it's always a bit of a scary prospect. The one vehicle you don't want landing on top of you is, well, a truck. And sure enough, said truck lands on muscle car. The best bit, though, of this car hat is just how long a truck manages to stay on the roof. It does eventually fall off. They went all the way around a banked corner with the truck on the roof. That is some seriously good going. USSVagrant is up next on the long drive, managing to roll their trailer and then their truck. And it's a big, big flip in this one. In fact, it's such a big flip that the combination manages to actually jump over a building. Also, there are lots of arms and bits of body, arms and legs stuck to the truck, which is a bit, terrifying. You're not going to mess with that truck if you see it about. It does land on its wheels, though, after all of that flipping around, so I guess that is something. Douglas is up next on Need for Speed Underground 2. They are racing around through the city. Now, again, seen plenty of things go wrong with this one. This time out, though, the player manages to just misjudge a corner and uses an AI car as a ramp. Actually, quite a lot of rolls for the Skyline, considering it wasn't the most high-speed crash. It just manages to use the nudged traffic car to launch into a big old tumble. Mike is up next on Automobilista 2, with the AI making an attempt. Not a very good attempt at an overtake, I'm not going to lie. However, there has been some improvement with the Automobilista AI. In times gone by, that would have ended up in a massive, massive accident and everything would have got stuck and the whole track would have been blocked. But they actually all result... Like, the initial crash was very, very dumb. The initial crash was very dumb. It was a kind of a half chance that the car in second didn't go for and then kind of did go for and then just bumped and spun. However, everybody else did surprisingly well to kind of figure out their way around this particular incident, but yeah, it's going to need to be a little bit further alongside if you're going to pull off that sort of maneuver. Plastic is up next on iRacing. Things go a little bit wrong, car gets turned, goes backwards, and one complete backflip before landing on the wheels, back pointing the right way, and everything is, I'm going to say good. You're going to need a new race suit after this one. But yeah, it's just too big. I think they're at Talladega, as it says on the side there. Just too big of a push, gets the car sideways. Try to catch it, end up kind of overcorrecting. Very difficult to catch that sort of thing. But then we have the good old blow-over physics go on as the car's going backwards. I've seen these kind of crashes plenty in various games. You don't often manage to land a perfect backflip and on your wheels be able to continue on. That's very good going. Afterburner is up next on iRacing. Now they are taking a touring car around Road Atlanta when the game has other ideas. everything seemed fine, and then everything was suddenly not very fine at all as the car spun around, I don't know, 3 or 4 times in the air. It turns out curbs are nasty, not in the normal way. Normally it's rolling off curbs, that's what we do here on this channel, but this time around, it was just a destructive curb. I guess it's slightly higher. Something caught on the bottom of the car. I don't quite know how it worked, but the car wasn't even really running wide at that point. It clipped the curb. It's the only way the game could resolve it was to spin the car around on the spot many times. Also, good way to ruin your day. LXXA on Assetto Corsa is playing around with a rally mod. I say it looks like a really cool mod, actually. All of this stuff. When, I mean, things go wrong. Things go wrong when it comes to rallying. We've seen that plenty on this channel, and they do indeed for this. Delta carries a bit too much speed, bumps off the kind of dirt on the outside, manages to roll over and loses a wheel. Now, first thing, in all of the tumbling over, I presume they're in like first-person view, didn't realise they were going the wrong way to start with. Okay, well, that is sometimes easily done. Go to try and turn around, and physics has decided, nope, you've lost a wheel. What we're going to do is have you fall through the floor, and then that's the end of your rally. So I mean, like, the roll is easily done. The rest of it is just, it got the sillier and sillier as time went on. And finally, we have 2-stroke for me on Assetto Corsa. Now, they are racing a little Formula Ford, Formula V, I think it is, at Zolder, by the looks of it. They run wide, and the front wheel gets broken. And bobbling over the kind of curbs and grass, the front wheel pings the wrong way. The car still kind of drives, which is a bit weird, but it does still kind of get a move on, so they make it through a couple of corners, they make it through the chicane, and as they run over the next curb, you don't put these front wheels on the grass, now the other front wheel snapped. Now there's real problems going on as the wheels are both pointing the wrong way. Oh, now they're doing a little dance. Sometimes they're fixed and sometimes they're broken, and now they're suddenly fixed again. I would not trust that car. Either that or that's got unbelievably strong, like, tie rods going on there. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm totally not sold on that little Formula car, but either way, I guess it got going one way or another. And that is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via a Google form. There'll be a link to it in the description. All the rules and how it works can be found on there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.